Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Kiana. Today's video is going to be a reaction to the cruise season Battle of the Sexes. Our traditional relationships finished. All right, so before I get started, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and the bell next to it so you can be notified when I upload new videos. And if you're not already following my Instagram, follow my Instagram at IAM_KIIIKI. Let's go ahead and just jump right into this.
Oh man.
All right. Question is there room for a traditional relationship in today's society? Why or why not?
Absolutely. And that's my opinion, because my connotation of what tradition is that a man brings in the money. He's the head of the household. He does the hard labor work that is involved around the house, and the women do the cooking and cleaning. I think that if you trust the man enough and y'all have that bond, that it would absolutely be possible.
Ladies go first?
Of course.
Well, anyways, now I'm playing.
No, I actually do believe there is room for a traditional relationship in today's society. The reason why I say that is because, aside from the fact that I don't believe that men are monogamous by nature, there's still men and women out there who do value tradition. So what's my definition of a traditional relationship? A man who's the head of the household. You know, a man who's leading in his masculinity, you know, providing, protecting, and a woman is the curator of the home. Okay. So that's my tradition, and I believe that's out there. And I actually grew up in a household that was like that, and I witnessed that, and the men that I've dated in my life actually value those things.
Okay, so I'm going to say hell no, and I'm going to say, for my definition of a traditional relationship is monogamy, you know, commitment, both couples committed to one another, you know, living with one another, raising a family together, no cheating outside of the household. You know, the husband works, the woman keeps the home, but she might also go be a go-getter and bring in money together. They have a goal set, and it's monogamous. When I think of traditional, I think of monogamy. I think of what your big mama portrayed with Papa. Even though we didn't know what was going on in the backstory, that's what I think about with a traditional relationship, and I say absolutely hell no. Because especially in this today's society, one, I mean, we've seen that. You can be a billionaire, you can be a Beyonce, and a nigga will still motherfucking go cheat with a goddamn rat. A great value version of you. Not even on your level. I mean, like 10 stacks down. And you'll be like, what the fuck? You can literally suck the skin off his dick, fucking with the ocean vagina, and he's still gonna be a fuck nigga. And you can cook, clean, don't argue, give him beautiful children, and provide him with an immaculate home and a decent meal, and he will still be a fuck nigga.
First. Y'all already know my take on traditional relationships, traditional marriages, right? I think traditional relationships can exist in today's society only if the man and the woman are in their traditional roles. So the man being masculine, you know, providing, protecting, and the woman being feminine, taking care of everything and being being the man's helpmate. That's the only way that will work, if they are both in their set roles and they understand their roles. But with today's society and most women's mindsets, that could not work. It's possible, but the chances of it actually working out to being traditional is kind of slim to none, because the women these days want to be masculine or conditionally feminine. They want to be the man in the relationship. They want to be able to make all the decisions, and they want to wear the pants in the relationship. That's why I think that it may not be able to work. But that's it. Women change. But for the women that actually want a traditional relationship, and for the men that actually want a traditional relationship, that's what my channel is for. To give my perspective and help young women, especially in my age, and get them to understand and take it from me because I've experienced a lot, even though I'm young. I've experienced some things with relationships. I want to point out her behavior, the last girl's behavior. Her demeanor and what she was saying is like she was triggered by the word traditional marriage, because she thinks that even though you have a traditional marriage and the man is doing all he needs to do, he can still be an F-boy. And the language is like vulgar. And I know a lot of men don't like women who even cuss like that, you know, cuss, speaking like that, and in that, you know, tone, being so loud. They want a woman that's so, you know, soft and mild-mannered. They don't want somebody who's going to be super outspoken. The aggressiveness, like she was really aggressive. You can still do this and and it's not going to happen. Some men don't like that. And that's just a prime example of modern women. They act so aggressively without being that soft, feminine woman.
I think my definition for gender roles or traditional relationships is different. Everybody has been associating it with money and power, and I think that a traditional relationship are defined roles of what this person is doing and what the other person is doing. And in that sense, I do think that that has gone away because, honestly, nobody knows what their roles are supposed to be anymore.
Right.
I mean, that's how I feel. Like, I don't feel like anybody's really aware of the roles we're supposed to play because we're kind of like in the middle of two different generations before us who had no idea what the roles were supposed to play.
I agree with the first part, you know, understanding the role of a man and a woman, right? But I disagree with the last part of what she said. Nobody really knows their roles anymore. It's not that nobody knows. Men know roles because they abide by structure. They live by structure, right? But women don't know their roles anymore. Women don't know the role as a woman anymore. They don't understand it. They don't care to understand it. They don't even care to even think about it. They'd rather have this new day and age relationship, a modern relationship, where a woman can be the queen, wear the crown, and have the man bow down to her. Period. That's what modern women want these days.
I think men know the role. Men know. I don't think women know. Men know. Like men know.
I mean, me personally, I don't want a traditional relationship because in a traditional relationship, a woman is literally sitting back and not having any say in what's going on in her household. Because let's be real, if y'all are living in the same household, it's hers too. That's just not for me. Because if I live there, especially as hard as I work, I'm paying my bills. Mm-hmm. We're gonna go together on this. Even if it's not even just bills, we're splitting some way 50-50 or somewhat 50-50. So it's just more so like, okay, what works for us? What are we gonna make our traditional? So, nah.
I would say hell no. It's not possible. And it's for a multitude of reasons. One of them being women are making way more money than they were in the past, right? So what that does is when you make a lot of money, you start to feel like you're in control. You start to feel like you got a little bit of power. You know what I'm saying? Like women of tradition that we're speaking of, they were it was kind of an ignorance is bliss kind of situation. You know what I'm saying? Because their livelihood was tied to the guy. You know what I'm saying? Compared to women now who's making a lot of money. You making legitimate money, ain't you?
For sure.
Right. So it's like in making that money, it took you, a little bit of gall, a little bit of, whatever to make it to the top. And you're not just going to put that to the side. It don't matter how much a dude making because it's not even about the money. It's a control thing. And
I agree with Trill. I really do, because their livelihood is attached to their role. So they can't really be like a man and try to, make decisions and put their foot down and say, no, I don't want that to work. I don't want that to happen, because really, traditionally, the women didn't work. They took care of the household. She's not going to try to have a pissing contest with him. She understands her role and she respects him in a different type of way, rather than the women nowadays, just because they can be a boss chick and get their own money and don't have to depend on a man per se to provide because they can do it for themselves. They feel like now that they can do all of that, they can step to a man and not respect him. The respect should still be shown, even whether you get him money or you're not. It should still be shown. But that's the disconnect between the women now than the traditional women. The respect is not there, and they're back talkers, they're naggers, they down talk, they don't support. It's a big difference. It's like a 50-yard difference.
When you say a man leading in his masculinity, what is masculinity to you?
Really, to me, for me personally, it's just a man who's not afraid to lead a woman. I mean, I'm sure there's probably not a lot of men who are afraid to lead a woman. Yeah, I mean, that's what it is for me. Leading a woman, protecting her, not being afraid of providing for her because people disagree with that in this society. Okay. So.
And when you say providing, outside of financial,
okay,
what else could that man provide to the relationship?
Physical security, like protecting her, you know what I mean? Providing that, providing some type of emotional security, but she still needs to be secure in her own emotions. Okay. She needs to stabilize her own emotions, but he can be there to kind of aid her, you know, and guide her in a lot of things. So, yeah.
I like that a lot. I like that. She's one of the few women that I've actually seen articulate their answer that way. And I really like that she answered it that way. So salute to you, my sister. I want to touch bases on what she said about a woman being secure in herself. A man should be able to make his woman feel secure, but also she should be secure in her own way. She should have that emotional intelligence to where she's not going to allow her emotions to run away from her. She can control her emotions on her own. Also, not be insecure because her man is around other women and she's sitting there thinking about, oh, what is he doing? Oh, is he flirting with other women, calling him all day? You know, just being all up on his back and not really understanding that if he's in the relationship with you and he's committed to you, you should understand that you don't have to be attached to him all day, every day to know what he's doing. You're secure enough as a woman and in your own emotions to keep that in check and trust him. And trust him to know that he's not putting y'all relationship in jeopardy and about to make a fool out of you.
You said don't argue, cook, clean. 99% of y'all don't even cook.
First of all,
y'all might clean.
I depicted me.
And this ocean water we're not even gonna go that far. Sucking the skin off somebody. All right. Anyways. I agree with you on
sorry.
My definition of traditional relationships is like that the man goes out, he makes all the decisions, he brings all the money. The women have no say so except for, hey, I cook, I take care of the kids. When you come home, I cook your dinner. Whenever you want to have sex, we have sex. That's basically it. She takes care of the household duties. Whatever decision needs to be made, he makes a decision. Her opinion really doesn't. No, I'm just saying. That's my decision. Oh. That's my opinion.
Okay.
Do I think that will last in this time frame? No, because a lot of women don't operate on that point. A lot of women have their own rights. They have their own goals. They have their own standards that they set, which they rightfully so have to, and they need to go out there. And I mean, society right now, the money, the way things cost nowadays, it's not realistic. You can't live off of a black man's salary. Realistically, nowadays, most black men only make $40,000 a year. You ain't gonna build no family off of that unless you're gonna be in debt. Let's be realistic here. So you can't
even build a single life off.
Yeah,
that.
you need to have a two income household, and that's why I think traditional wise that doesn't work. And me personally, I think everybody should have their own opinion, their own rights, their own thoughts of how they move. So this me being the head and saying, hey, this is what we're gonna do, and this is how we're gonna do it. I don't believe in it. I think each party should be able to come together and make a joint decision.
At first, she was rolling her eyes and then trying not to let him talk, trying to talk over him. But then she kind of calmed down and listened to him, and it's like, okay, she was saying that she depicted herself in the beginning, but then as you kind of hear when she was talking, it's like, if you're not going to sit here and attentively listen to what he's telling you, then how are you depicting the perfect woman?
But you know what society has told you your role is as a man. But what have you actually created that? Like, what have you actually done for yourself that says you believe in that?
When men go through things, and it's like, a woman is always gonna say, "Oh, be a man." It's always a situation that you can find with any person that's gonna say, "Be a man," right? Be a man. Mm-hmm. So everybody has the idea of what being a man is. You know what I'm saying? Like, men don't do this. So as a man, you should. Like, everybody says that at some point in their life. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing where we can say, "Well, oh, be a woman." It's like people say it, but it's not as common as, "Oh, be a man." So everybody knows what's expected from a man.
Okay, but you didn't answer the question. I said, where did you get that idea from? You're not answering the question. You're just talking around the idea. Where'd you get that idea?
I guess society. Does everyone say society?
But who in society? Your uncle, your daddy?
Just life. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. A man is superior to, that's a bad choice of words, but I'm going to say it anyway. A man is superior to, so why do I walk on this side of the sidewalk when I'm saying, so I can get hit by the car first? Like, why is that? What is that to you?
Not everybody does that.
See, she said right. But I'm saying, like, when you walk with a man, don't you want him to walk on the side closest to the street? Like, naturally,
honestly,
right?
I think we've gone on a tangent. The question was, do we believe that a traditional relationship exists?
Okay, well, yeah, I'm going to say no. I'm going to say it cannot, no, because nowadays, women, they, you guys, you know what I'm saying? I love you guys, but y'all so independent that y'all want to run everything. Like, women want the say-so of everything, you know what I'm saying? Like, earlier they was talking about control. Like, women want to feel like they're in control. They want to say-so of everything. So it can't work with dating a man because they want to feel like, oh, I told him to do this, or this me. Like, I was a part of this. Like, they want to speak up, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you guys have to be a part of the higher up of every situation, you know what I'm saying?
All right, so it's funny how she said, okay, well, we're going on a tangent. The question was, are traditional relationships in existence in today, or can it exist today, right? So it's funny that she said that they were going on a tangent after asking him and trying to have a counter argument with everything he was saying. Well, he said what he was saying about traditional relationships, men understanding their role. Why are you trying to make a counter argument if we don't know who told us the roles of a woman? We just know, you know, somebody in society. Like, somebody in society made women feel entitled. We don't know exactly who it was. Everybody just always expected a man to be a man. You know, put your feelings to the side. You need to be strong and uphold your own and stand on your own 2 feet to provide for yourself. So guess what? You need to be a man. Society told him that. Everybody told him that. Society,
main reason being is because, I mean, we not in the old times. You know, back in the day with our ancestors and our grandmothers, they had, you know, the civil rights movement. And, you know, the women had to really back the men back then, but they didn't really have so much say in the household. Like, they knew that they had to take care of everything in the house because the men had to go out and, you know what I'm saying, work for everything. Nowadays,
I wouldn't say they didn't have no say, because, I mean, they was putting it down, and at the end of it, they kind of got some shit in.
That man was out there working 12 hours, paying all the bills, and still getting beat by the white man. He was doing what the fuck he wanted to say. All right, that was just how that goes. Nowadays,
I'm not going to disagree with that.
Nowadays, we live in a time where women are more empowered, and since they are more empowered, they want equality across the board until it comes to a relationship. That's just how it is, and you want the I don't want to say the traditional ways, because, like I said, women want to be empowered, but they want the man to still take care of everything as if it was traditional.
Listen to what you said. It's not about the money.
Right.
So what makes you think because I'm making more than a man that I can't give him the respect, like as if he was making more than me? If he treated me properly and did everything else a man should, what makes you think that money is the main factor in what a traditional relationship is?
Because it's not about him making more than you. If we talking about tradition, the woman wasn't working. The woman was at the crib. Like, Big Mama was at the crib raising them 10 kids that they was having back in the day because birth control was trash. She was at the crib. So it's like, again, my livelihood is tied to this man. So it's like, of course I'm going to stay. Because, like, a lot of these older people, like, they like to harp on tradition and say, the divorce rates was way lower back in the day than they are now. True, but it's because her livelihood was tied to dude. Today, most women are making their own bread, getting their own bags, setting up their own plays. So it's like, I'm going to be way less willing to tolerate bullshit. And bullshit meaning families across the tracks. Bullshit meaning a bunch of stepkids, him cheating on you, him doing whatever the case may be, because your livelihood is not tied to him.
I believe traditional relationships do not work. I think it's a mix. You kind of need something modern and then something traditional as well. Only because it just, to me, in dating now, traditional, just regular traditionalism is just, it doesn't fit because we have a lot of women that are bosses, getting their own bag, you know what I'm saying, doing everything that they want to do. And it's hard to fit that in with a real man when you have a boss woman, you know what I'm saying, unless he got to make like a significant amount of money more than her in a lot of cases.
Define a significant amount.
She making 90 and he had like 250, 300,000, something like that. Because I feel like when you're on the same level, when you're real close to the same level, y'all gonna butt heads a lot because she feels that y'all are kind of equal in a sense. And when y'all have too much equality, she gonna feel like she can overpower you at the end of the day.
So. You think every woman who is
no, not every woman.
Okay.
No, just how we're like the society that we're in today. You know what I'm saying? You got, real ass bitch, give a fuck about a nigga. Right. You know what I'm saying? It's like stuff like that. It's hard for, especially like, and now I'm talking about just like regular guys, like 9-to-5 guys. I'm talking guys that, is a trash man. He's still make a decent amount of money. You know what I'm saying? And there's only a certain amount of women that's going to really pay attention to him, even though he can take care of all the bills. He can provide. He can be there for you emotionally, financially, support you in every way you need. But if a man came to you and y'all were kind of talking this real brief, you ask him what he do for a living, he say, I'm a garbage man. Mm-hmm. Would you entertain him? My point exactly.
Exactly, and that's the thing with a lot of women. They will judge a man by the type of job that he has, even though he could make the same amount of money as another guy with a higher position in like a corporate world. He can still make the same type of money, and she's going to judge him just because the title of his job. So for women to think that, a man is low just because he's a trash man and she doesn't even know how much money that he has, why does that equate to the type of qualities that he has as a man? Does being with a man just mean that he's there for financial stability, just for his money? Because that's what women make it really seem like. They really only want a man's money. If that man can do something for her, it would only be with money, rather than if he has a good mindset and he can actually, level up a woman and teach her things. Women don't think about that. They don't think about, the man himself and the personality traits and his actual qualities that he has as a man, rather than they just want his pocket and how much money and what he can do for her. If he can buy her a Gucci bag, some Louis shoes, Birkin bags and all this other stuff. And it's really sad, but at the end of the day, that's what it boils down to with modern women. They really just want the bag from a man. They don't want his mind.
In my opinion, traditionally, it doesn't work. The woman follows the man's footsteps. Whatever he wants to do, she follows that. When he comes home, hey, is my food cooked? Are the kids taken care of? Cool. He's just a provider. That's all he worries about is providing. He doesn't provide the emotional, the spiritual healing. He doesn't do none of that. He's just there for providing.
So grim and
it is
sad and
it is
pathetic if you think that that's all a black man is worth is his paycheck and just to make a decision, because I wasn't raised in that type of household. My father was a thinker and he was emotional support. You know, you need someone to be strong, but sometimes you need your wife to be the neck so she can turn the head. I want you to be a leader. I need you to be a thinker so that you can lead and guide me. And where you become weak, I'm supposed to make you stronger. I'm supposed to be your counterpart. I'm supposed to be your rib. I'm not supposed to be sitting here asking you, can you just provide a paycheck? No, I need you. I need you to be my black king. I need you to be the man to show me when I'm wrong. I need you to be a mirror to my flaws. I don't need you to heal me. I need you to grow with me. It's not your job to make me happy. I'm supposed to be happy, then you're supposed to be happy. Then we're supposed to come together and make these kids fucking happy, and then try to figure out what that looks like. So in the traditional sense of that, fuck no.
Basically, that's everything a traditional marriage is supposed to be. She was trying to come with a counter argument, but ended up coming and saying that's basically what a woman is, being the man's counterpart, being the man's helpmate. That's basically what the women do. And for a lot of women, they try to deflect. They try to have a rebuttal of something of the opposite just to sound right. But at the end of the day, she said, you know, it sounds pathetic just for a man to be, you know, for providing. And it's not just providing a paycheck though. It's providing the security and making sure that she's taken care of. It's providing discipline. You know, if she's self-disciplined, but for him to enforce that discipline, especially for her, for the kids, you know, keeping structure. It's providing structure. It's providing a head, you know, and like she said, you know, the man is the head and the woman is the neck. She supports him, but exactly. So not for her to think that it's pathetic for a woman to think, you know, that she wants a man just for his paycheck, because it's not just for a man's paycheck. He can provide multiple things, but he does provide and protect. That is his main role. So I'm gonna leave this video right there. I'll leave the link for the video so you guys can watch the rest of it down below. It's a really good topic. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and comment your opinion down below. I want to hear your thoughts. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.